Welcome to our channel. Today, we will be discussing a serious topic that affects us all. Please take a moment to listen and consider the information presented as we strive to educate and raise awareness on this important issue. There is a widespread belief that men may have a harder time expressing their emotions and seeking help when they need it. This can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. While it is not true for all men, many men may feel the weight of societal expectations and pressures that can negatively impact their overall sense of well-being and happiness. For example, men are often expected to be strong, independent, and successful, and anything less may be perceived as a failure by society. This pressure to live up to these expectations can be overwhelming. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy and sadness, as men may feel that they are not living up to the standards set for them. In addition to these negative feelings, the inability to express emotions or ask for help when needed can also have negative consequences. These consequences can include an increased risk for mental health issues, relationship problems, and social isolation. Men may feel that they have to constantly put on a facade of strength and independence, leading to a range of negative outcomes. By acknowledging and addressing these societal pressures and expectations, men can work towards improving their psychological health and well-being. It's important to remember that it is okay to be true to oneself and pursue one's own goals and desires. This means not trying to conform to societal expectations that may not be authentic or healthy for the individual. Another reason for male unhappiness may be the pressure to conceal their emotions and present a facade of well-being. This can be especially true for men who have been culturally conditioned to suppress their feelings and exhibit strength. This tendency to internalize their emotions can lead to difficulty in expressing and communicating them, resulting in feelings of loneliness and dissatisfaction. This societal expectation for men to man up and not appear vulnerable can be harmful, as it prevents men from fully processing and addressing their emotions. By repressing their feelings, men may not be able to effectively cope with challenges or fully engage with their relationships, leading to an overall sense of unhappiness. In addition to facing external pressures, men may also struggle with personal difficulties that contribute to their feelings of misery. These struggles can include mental health challenges such as depression, anxiety, or trauma, which can be exacerbated by the stigma that still surrounds seeking help for mental health issues. Men may also experience relationship problems, or may feel as though they are not fulfilling their potential in some aspect of their lives. Conflicts of this nature can significantly affect a man's well-being and happiness. In fact, research has shown that men are more likely to experience mental health issues such as depression. However, they are less likely to seek treatment due to societal expectations and the stigma surrounding mental health. By addressing these personal challenges and seeking appropriate support, men can work towards improving their overall joy and well-being. To increase their happiness, men can start by acknowledging and expressing their feelings. It is normal to feel a range of emotions, including sadness, anger, and frustration, and it is essential to find healthy ways to deal with these feelings. One way to do this is by talking to a trusted loved one, or seeking support from a therapist. Seeking professional help or joining a support group is one way to cope with one's emotions. It is essential to remember that it is okay to ask for help, and that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. There is no shame in seeking support, and it can be a crucial step to change individuals' lives for the better. In fact, seeking support can be an important step in improving overall well-being, and finding healthy ways to cope with challenges and difficulties. There are many resources available to men, including therapy, support groups, and hotlines, and it can be helpful to reach out and utilize these resources when needed. Another additional way to cope and process these emotions is engaging in creative activities such as writing or art. Improving happiness can also involve focusing on self-care and overall well-being. This can include making time for activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as exercising, pursuing hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. It can also involve taking care of physical health by eating well, getting enough sleep, and seeking medical care when necessary. By prioritizing self-care and well-being, men can improve their physical and mental health and find greater happiness and quality of life. Additionally, taking care of oneself can also involve setting healthy boundaries. This means learning to say no to demands and obligations that may be detrimental to one's well-being. This can help protect and preserve a person's mental and emotional health. It is essential to remember that happiness is a journey, not a destination. It is normal to experience ups and downs, and it is important to be understanding and compassionate towards oneself. It is also essential to recognize that happiness is not a constant state and that it is okay to have moments of unhappiness. In conclusion, men can work towards improving their overall happiness and well-being by acknowledging and expressing their emotions, seeking support when needed, and focusing on self-care and their mental health. This can be achieved through activities such as therapy, exercise, and mindfulness practices. However, it is important to remember that this process takes time and effort, and that it is okay to take small steps and make progress at one's own pace. By being kind to oneself and practicing self-compassion, men can find greater happiness and fulfillment in their lives. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more great content.